I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning from Life in UK test, part 459, by doing triangular fiber cartilage complex training. And if you participate in the triangular fiber cartilage complex training, that is the own risk, and the triangular fiber cartilage complex is here. So that's part of this. That one will be trained in the second part of the video. In the first part of the video, we will try to shoot another video in which I try to tell all the things which you learned about the restoration. The camera is already running. So the first one is there for learning and fitness, and the second one is there. I try to say the one through about restoration. It's quite a lot, and I'm not completely sure about it now. But let's just try it. We have time for 4 or 5 complete donations, but probably we will mess up earlier, so we can technically do more takes. In the 1640s, there was civil war in England. The King, Charles I, was supported by the Cavaliers, and the Parliament, supported by the Roundheads, were fighting. They had a big disagreement. So, and then after the battles of Nesby and Marston Moor, Charles I was captured and then later executed. Now, in Scotland, the people weren't happy that Charles I was executed, and they wanted now Charles II, the son of Charles I, the one who was executed, on the throne. In England, there was Oliver Cromwell governing, under the title Lord Protector. And he defeated in the battles of Worcester and Dunbar the army of Charles II, and Charles II fled. He allegedly once hid in an oak to Europe. Now Oliver Cromwell then reigned, and he did it then until his death. After him, his son Richard Cromwell followed him as Lord Protector. For 11 years did Richard Cromwell reign, but the people weren't so happy. So in May 1660, Charles II was from his exile in Europe, he was in the Netherlands, called into England and crowned again king. And Charles II was now king. And now there were some things happening. Charles II knew that he could not just handle the Parliament as his father did, which then led to the Civil War, big disagreement, but he knew that he has to work together with the Parliament. During his reign, there was the Great Fire of London in 1666, and the year previously, in 1665, there was a Great Plague in London. In the fire, 1666, where many things were destroyed. For example, the St. Paul's Cathedral. It was then rebuilt by the architect Sir Christopher Wren. And John Pepys wrote a diary about all these events, and that is still read today. And also, during the reign of Charles II, the Habeas Corpus Act was introduced. And that stated, it was in the year 1679, that no one can be held prisoner unlawful, and that everyone has the right to a court trial. And also during his reign, the Royal Society was formed, the oldest still surviving scientific society to promote natural knowledge. And 2 of his members were, the first one, Sir Edmund Halley. He predicted the return of the Halley comet, which actually then did it, and Sir Isaac Newton. And that is according to the Life in the UK Test Handbook, page 28, 29, and 30. I said he became king again. That is a mistake, but I was so fine that I continued. I tried to get it back by saying he was king. It didn't really probably work. I didn't want to correct myself. We really couldn't find the rules of it, but I wanted it one through. So now correct, no, but it was wrong, it was bad. So that was wrong, he did not become again king. But I continued. I actually don't have time to do it another time, this time in this video. So we take it as it is, and we're gonna observe, knowing that there is one little mistake in it. What will happen if one little mistake is in a video? Has this consequences? In a way not. If people really go down to that point, they might notice that the whole story wouldn't make sense if he's again king. because Charles the First, did I say, it was king? And the Scottish people wanted Charles II on the throne. Oliver Cromwell was. Maybe the people will just take that for information. And it just read one sentence that he became again, so it was previously. In my head, it was a bit like he was king because he was more or less commanding what was at least obeyed by the battles of Versailles and Dunbar. So he was maybe not completely king of England, but he had a very high position and was supported as you should be king from many people. So that's why in that moment I mix it up. We take it as it is. I'm going to stop that camera. And we will do now the triangular fibrocartilage complex training. If you're just here for learning, then you can go directly to the next part. Otherwise, you can participate in the triangular fibrocartilage complex training if you participate in that, that is at your own risk. First exercise, the flat gait. Good and stable stand, and having the arms next to us, hand formed to fists, and we bring your fists down, holding it a little bit, and again up, and we're holding them a little bit like that. And again down. And again up. Yes, it is. Also because it is first tradition, now there was again a king. And last time. The people who have no idea about restorations won't understand what about is no restoration. Next exercise, we're doing the counterfeit money check. Hands next to us, hands formed to fists, and you're bringing them up, holding it again for 1-2 seconds, and again down, and holding it. And again up, and down. We have 3 rules for this exercise. The first one is that we're stopping immediately as there is pain. The second one is that we're not trying to go thoroughly far. We're going only as far as we can go with a little bit of effort. We don't force anything. And the third rule is that we're not overdoing it. So if these exercises are too much, you want to take a break, or you want to stop, you will do that at any moment. A tennis racket is pretty light, so if you use a dumbbell, it can be light, but this is a long lever. So maybe the dumbbell can be also a bit heavier, but not really heavy. The tennis racket is very light. And the next exercise here, I'll be completely sure about the name, Mannequin Neko. We are taking the arm at the lower arm, and we're bringing it to the side, slowly, and over to the other side. And again here, 3 rules. The first one is, if there's pain, then stop. The second one, don't force anything in any direction, go only as far as it goes. And the third one, don't overdo it. So if you think that it's too much, these exercises, then take a break. And the last time over. And back. And the other side. Over. And again back. Last time. Next exercise, this time long arm out, and take the hand at the other arm, and we're going just to the side, down, and again up. That was the last time. Now the other side. In the middle, sometimes just rest over to one side and the back up. And the last one. And very similar, just now with a short arm. Again, holding onto the lower arm. So just to the outside and back. The other side. One last time. Now we are holding back from the top, so the back side of the hand is up. And we're lifting it up in a neutral position on the wrist and bringing it once over. And back in and down. Again up, over, back in, down. Now with the other hand. Up, over, back in. And very similar, now the other way around. Now the palm up and we bring it up. Over, back, bring it up, over, other side. And the last time. Last two exercises. You can use a towel or a sock or so. Take it with good strength, press with good strength. Now bring wrist up, hold it, and down, and hold it. Again up, hold it, and down. One last time. On the other side, press with good force, bring it up, and hold it down. Get up, hold it down. Last time down. And last exercise, just take it and press with good force onto it. On the other side, holding and with good force envelope pressing. This was the last exercise. I thank you very much, and until the next time.